Hi guys, and welcome to today's task. For today's task, we are in my children's bathroom. More specifically, we are in my daughter's bathroom where she gets ready, and we are going to install this beauty mirror. So we're gonna install this guy right on the opposite field of view of the regular mirror. Now, I consulted with my wife and she said this location, roughly right about here, is a great location. This mirror does pivot out, it does pivot down, and I will link this particular mirror in the description if you're looking to install one. If you're wanting to know what high-tech tools you need to install it, it is simply a screwdriver and some anchors. I will link these particular ones in the description because they're the ones I like the most for going into at least sheetrock or a stud. And your mirror. I've gone ahead and removed the mounting plate for our mirror so that I'm not wobbling that thing all the way around, and I can just use this to mark all of my holes. There are a couple holes on this one. You have a hole right here that you put your screws into to hold it to the wall, and then these ones protrude out of the wall and the mirror sits over top. One other tool you'll need, a pencil. Pink one if you can. I know I wanted it in this vicinity. I want it up off this, not resting on here, just so moisture doesn't get underneath it. That's just kind of a way to avoid that, and you can still dust and clean underneath it. But I think lining it up maybe on this one will look nice, because you remember the mirror sits clear over here when it's all the way mounted. So right here looks really good. And yes, I am eyeballing this. You could easily use a level if you want, but like my good friend always says, we're not building a watch here. Here's the exciting part. You do not need a drill for this. Now, if you were gonna go into sheetrock, you really don't need a drill. But if you're gonna go into a stud, then you definitely would want a drill. But with these particular anchors, they're meant to go through sheetrock and sit in sheetrock if that's all that there. But if there's a chance you hit a stud, they'll drive into the stud. And the only thing you need to install them is a screwdriver. Pretty cool. So I'm gonna use my multi-tool screwdriver as my tool of choice. Looking at the end, the screwdriver goes in and is seated really well. To start, I would punch this just a little bit in there, center it on your hole. Make sure it sticks a little bit, just so it's started center, and then start driving in. And you want firm pressure the whole time. If you relieve the pressure at all, it can back that out and just kind of strip away this sheetrock, and we definitely don't want that. And number two. Okay, and once you get flush on there, do not go any further, because you will drive it all the way through, you'll strip it all the way out. And we'll just clean up our little dusty mess here. What I like is there's very little dust mess, and if you're drilling a hole through sheetrock, even just for like a conical anchor or something like that, you'll have sheetrock everywhere. So these are pretty minimal as far as cleanup goes too. Now with the screws that are supplied in your anchor kit, you'll put them through, screw it to the wall. Now a drill would speed this up, but the only flaw to the drill on this is if you over torque something at all, it's stripped and then you're in big trouble. And when it comes to working with sheetrock, just nice and soft and delicate touch goes a long way. And that actually feels really secure on there. All right, now the next step is the easy step. Put your mirror over top, line it up on top of those screws, and they'll protrude out just a little bit. So it comes with these little brass nuts that kind of are ornamental. They stick off, they're kind of like an acorn nut, closed on the end. So they look really nice, but we lost one of them Christmas morning, I believe. So I had to go to the store, and I did find these wing nuts that'll work for now. I'm gonna see if I can find other ones. But you need to make sure that they're the right size if you lose one. And to be honest, maybe I like those wing nuts a little more. They actually get tight. These little nuts leave nothing to grip or grab, and I hate to put a wrench on them and mar them and make them look junky. So they're kind of a bear cat to get tight, but those wing nuts, they're kind of the bee's knees. Set that wing nut on there. Spin it, and it goes, and there we go. So now, if I want to do my hair, I simply, look at this, in the back of the mirror. Yeah, that's fantastic. I can see the back of my head in my mirror, and especially if I step closer. I'm not an expert on using these, but my wife is, so I really like the way this mirror tucks away. I think I'm gonna leave it kind of like that, and my daughter can adjust it as she needs to. I don't think I'm gonna close it all the way up, just so it's an easy pull in and out for her every time. Guys, if you like today's video, give it a thumbs up. If you're new to the channel, subscribe. And until next time, we'll see you later. Yeah, that looks all right. Hi guys, and oh my golly. Stuck in my throat still. Okay. So maybe you're, oh, that's the mirror right there. Okay. But for us, maybe for you, you never use, let's see, maybe, so maybe for you, a regular mirror works just, what am I saying? The mounting plate for, we're gonna screwdriver. All right, so I know I'm gonna go, so my multi-tool. All right, now here's the exciting. So my multi-tools, so get your forearm workout for the day. So my multi-tool screw, as simple as that. I have contacted my wife, and not contacted,